Guys, thank you for joining me today. We are on a thick and fast one. We are rocking 3 games over 1 live stream today. Now, Bloodless is a game by 3D Realms. They have actually reached out and asked me to cover their game, provided the code. So thank you guys over at 3D Realms for that. I'm actually covering 3 or 4 of their games this month. Without further ado, we're jumping straight in. And thank you for joining me. Okay, so Bloodless is a stylish action-adventure game featuring aggressive, non-lethal
combat,
Eastern infused, that doesn't actually involve a load of blood and guts and gore. The thing that really drew me to covering this game was the fact that it's like a Game Boy retro style, but it's done with some modern techniques, and it's done with some cool lighting, and it's done with some real good pixel art of a modern day era. But the publisher's 3D Realms, it's actually done by a developer called Point and Sheep. So this game's coming soon. There's no official date as yet. Just want to see and put the feelers out and see what people think of the game. So if you guys give me your honest sort of opinions, fight and disarm your alloys, basically in a peaceful, protesty type of way. So basically we're going to be doing counterattacks, disarm our foes, as opposed to actually oofing them off. And I guess we just knock them out. And deep-seated stories, so that's awesome. But we are on an early access demo, and again, thank you 3D Realms for shouting us out. Already like the ambiance of the game.
the fish.
See, like little touches like this, you know, little touches, little sound effects. Just brings it into the modern era. Alright, here we go, we're moving up.
Bakugawa.
It's been so long. The Game Gear had a good screen. Maybe even Neo Geo. Really feeling like Neo Geo vibes right now. Oh, we've gone res. Last time I was here, I had blood all over me.
A bit rude.
For a non-violent game. Oh, I may have changed, but what about Bakugawa? Hold L2 or R2 to sprint. You have like a little animation where he sort of goes, whoa, and then runs. Be the lightning. I feel like this is going to be better than I ever imagined it could be.
Like, I knew it'd be cool.
But I was expecting to play something that I would have played when I was a kid. Got ninjas. You just swear. This game's non-lethal combat, but at the same time, they've got swear words, and they're talking about blood, and they're talking about a protagonist that is quite evil. Press A while dash. Ooh. Samurai. He look, swears. Yo, how is the streaming going? That one monkey. What up, that one monkey? How you doing? That's that one monkey. So as he does his slash, we just disarm him. Can only take 3 hits. I'm going to die so easy on this. A sound cue. There is. There's a pop and lock. If you listen, it's almost like reload of a gun, and then you have to react to it straight away. Picked up 5 Mannin. Wasn't there an advert in the UK? You used to go, damn. Love the music and sound effects. What is the game about? Basically, we're starting as Whammons. She's got a protagonist, bad guy.
Pretty evil.
She's given up violent combat, so she's sort of going in, try and clean up the area as nice and peaceful as possible. There's ninja-infested forest, and that's about all you need, really, isn't it? It's impulse, like the meerkat. You just basically dash around that. You have a stamina bar. Make sure you don't take the Mickey Mouse with it. They run off with their hands in the air. You know what? For non-lethal combat, because it's a timing-based game, actually fun. I'm enjoying it so far. Do my eyes deceive me?
Name's Tina.
Jabbering and come and have some tea. She's a friend, is she? Or is she a frenemy? We left to get away from all the killing. We've come back peaceful, lightened, and a little bit zen. We've actually got multiple choice here on the questions too. Go with the one I left behind. We just bounced. Even down to the text and the storytelling. We've got animation. She's just bonked me on the head. Try and do your favour, Whammon. Picked up empty gourd. Okay, so drink tea. I just bought myself a sake set. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these. They're like 2 little porcelain cups with a porcelain bottle that you fill up with sake. I'm going to bring that to stream when we do Ghost of Tsunami. If we go through that game, I'm going to be bringing a sake to the stream because I've never had sake. He loves tea. We're going to the tea house now. I've had a cup of tea. I don't want another one. I'll be peeing for weeks. I won't be able to fight anyone. I'll be too busy on the toilet. If we dash over these plants, we can get tea ingredients. Remember, this game doesn't have a launch date as yet. It is really early access, but it seems like it's complete from what I'm seeing. How did you think of Twitch name origin story? You want my origin story? That one monkey be curious. Yeah, I can take a minute to do that. Basically, I had a partner back in the day, and we would drink a lot and we'd game a lot. In our spare time on a weekend, rather than going out and spending a lot of money, I was a retro gamer anyway. Used to fire up PS2, Xbox 360, and we used to take on like fighting game challenges, and we'd say like best of 5. We played a bit Halo 3 back in the day. We thought like, we're having a great time doing this, so let's film it. It was my idea, of course, and we put it up on the internet, and the internet had a really good positive response, because at the time, talking like 8 to 10 years ago, there wasn't very many couples doing gaming. There wasn't anyone with real shining personality next to your big boys like PewDiePies and your iDubbbz and people like this. So I started posting videos. People really liked them. I got good reception. So I thought, okay, this is awesome, but don't really know what to do with it. I started making content so regularly and spending so much time editing that content and enjoying what I was doing that I had to break away from like real life. Sort of went solo with it all, and I just concentrated on it, and I went from sort of being a happy chappy into sort of being really depressed and a bit sort of in the glums. So I went from the Drunken Old Gamers to Drunken Shanuz, and Drunken Shanuz was almost an escape from reality of being really poor, having no money, no encouragement from family, no encouragement from friends. People just wanted me to do the 9 to 5 grind and do what everyone else does, and I never fit that shoe. So I needed to have an outlet. I like creating what I do, so I just carried on doing it, and everybody kept telling me it's a waste of time, you shouldn't do it, you know, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, those who are scared to do it won't do it. Those who don't understand it can't understand it. Pointless trying to convince people that this is what I want to do. So I just did it. I just really put myself into it. It's sad that you didn't get support from your family. I just don't really get it, and I don't think they really come from a background where, you know, people did this. You know, this is a new thing. And again, I was born in a very privileged time of the 80s where gaming was going from like Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, Atari, and it was going into that next gen of PlayStation, Xbox, Sega Saturn, and I fully took to it. And then as time went on, I got my first PC at like 18, had to get it on credit, and then like as time went on, I sort of realized I could build them myself, start buying things cheaper, putting them in, upgrading, and then I got to a point where I was watching these YouTubers, and YouTube blossomed from, you know, because I remember YouTube when it was just a white page when you used to have dial-up internet. I watched all these people like grow and just be super successful, and I was like, I wish I could do that, but like my mum was always telling me you have to pay rent, okay, £200 a month, and you're going back early 2000s. So I decided that I was going to eventually get to a point in my life where I had a stable roof over my head, which was a little 1-bedroom flat, super small, super dingy, super poor, and then I was going to invest every little spare bit of change and every birthday and Christmas and anyone who can help me out, I was going to put into this. It got to a stage where from having so much responsibility and people telling you doing things wrong, you get super depressed, super down in the dumps, and you really have to fight through it. You have to believe what you believe to be real, and if that's what makes you happy, it can't be bad. Even if I make no money from it, even if I never speak to another human being again, just enjoy making content, making videos and putting it out there. Someone will watch it, someone appreciate the time and effort and sacrifice you have to make. Yeah, the sacrifice is mad, but again, you hope it pays off, you hope it's worth it. And all I really want from life is to be able to do what I do anywhere in the world and take myself off to somewhere like Thailand is my ideal dream. Talking to you now on a PC that could be a laptop, could be a PC, anywhere in the world, producing the same content for the same publishers and developers, and I can work as an expat and just do it from somewhere else. Thailand, that's it. That's a bit of the backstory. I mean, there's a lot more involved. Like, you know, you could go through all the arguments, all of the name calling, the down putting, the friends that have come and gone, the jealousy. You could go through all that sort of stuff, but like I don't really think about any of that because the people that were doing it don't matter to me anymore. They're not anyone that is in my life anymore, because it was years ago. You're talking about 7 years ago. So now I only surround myself with positive, decent, uplifting people. I surround myself with a lot of internet people like you guys, and I just love to wake up in the morning, open my emails, open my computer, and have projects to get on with that keep you busy, and then those projects turn into live streams, and those live streams turn into videos, and those videos turn into advertising spaces, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you have to build yourself into a brand that people want to work with. And do that, you are gold. The only advice that someone asked me earlier, Wads, about actually starting yourself and just quitting your job and doing that, Doesn't work like that. I worked full time. I worked all of my nights, all the way through 3, 4 in the morning, get up at 7, go to work, yeah? And now we've got a small piece of a nice pie. At the minute, I've got 20 jobs on the list. We've completed about 30 projects up to now, and we continue to get work, not just weekly, every day. If I go to a developer and I say, look, here's my channel, I want to cover your game, boom, they're going to give me a code, they're going to let me in at the moment, because what I do, nobody does. If you think about it, you've got IGN, you've got GamerX, you've got Angry Joe. Yeah, these sort of people do gaming reviews in very specific styles that are very watchable. Who do you have that does game playthroughs live that can create a video that is as entertaining, if not more entertaining, when you watch them live? Not many people do game playthroughs like that, and I don't think there is many game playthrough people doing it that are worth watching. That makes sense, and I don't want to like mug anyone off. There's no one I turn on to say, oh, that game comes out on Wednesday, I know my man will be playing it, I'm gonna go watch him play it. So if there's a market for it, you know, find your niche. If you're into horror games or whatever, you know, and knuckle down onto 1 or 2 games, try and consolidate it, and then you get advertising around that. Okay, yeah, it is, it's hard work, it's a big grind, you give up a lot, sacrifice a lot, but in the end, we're all having fun, we're all having a laugh. And you know, I get to know, I'm privileged to know all of you guys, and I hope that you enjoy the content that we make. Always trying to outdo myself, and without being disingenuous, I try and be as honest with you guys about games, because I feel like the honesty is what is missing from the gaming industry. I feel like a lot of people, like even IGN, have weighed on games that they've badmouthed one game. I've played it and freaking loved it. They've then bigged up a game and I've played it and it's complete trash. And I just think honesty isn't really abundant on the internet. It's how much money are you going to give me to say something? I don't work like that, right? You give me a game code and you say, right, if for a video you're going to pay me X amount, and then if I say your game's trash in that video, then that's my right. And I always make sure that that is forefront, that it's open, honest opinions. That's it, because I won't take the job. I had a job offered to me by a very big company, and they wanted to hold the video, they wanted me to upload it, make it private, and then they wanted to review that video before it went live over 48 hours. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not uploading a video and then you give me, oh, if you just take this bit out, or if you just said that a bit different, and then you tell me to change my video, otherwise I ain't getting paid. We don't work like that, bros. Is there a GoFundMe page for you, Thailand? No. No, of course not. No, I wouldn't expect that. I would never ask you guys to help me in any way. If you did do something, that's off your own back, but I wouldn't ever. No way. Thailand, when I get there, I plan to make travel vlogs. Their food blows my mind. Their alcohol system blows my mind. And their general way of life is so different from the UK that I would love to make videos about how I fit in, you know, the things we get up to. You know, I want quad bikes and jet skis and, you know, all of this cool stuff. So, yeah, that's the plan anyway. And it will happen. Like, regardless of situation, there is no way it cannot happen. It just has to happen in a long-term plan at the moment rather than a short-term plan. It's not happening overnight. We're just going to crack on. Now, back to the gaming footage. Is this a samurai? Well, I am the samurai. Don't worry about that. There's no samurai, stupid. That's a tiny old lady in a ragged clothes. How rude. I thought I looked pretty good. I wouldn't say I was old. Okay, so we can assume that we're kind of, you know, middle-aged, which is cool. Look at that. That was a perfect takedown right there. Ninja in the back.
Emotional, damn it.
Timing on that. See why I make these videos? You see why I come to live stream and hang out? You got balls to do it. Oh, I appreciate you saying that. I would miss my family too much if I went abroad long term. Well, again, it's not a short term thing. It's I'm going for 2 to 3 week holiday. I'm gonna get my feelers on it. Do I actually like the place? Do I want to go to somewhere else like Brazil, you know, Mexico, whatever? But I'm definitely going to put in a sort of 6 months next time. 3 weeks, 6 months, and then 3 years. But I feel like it would make me, you, and everyone else a bit more personal, a bit more close. You'd be able to switch me on any time and see my reruns of, you know, what I've been up to that week and stuff. And I really look forward to vlog this. I will try. For those who didn't see it, it's a man in a wig. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Shanuz, you've got to pull out cameos. Or start popping up on other people's stream. They don't see me coming in.
Hey, what happened?
Toasty! Just pop up with someone's stream. I'm not that famous, do you know what I mean? There is no fame. I'm basically barely local. Ooh. OnlyFans, he's got to pay the bills. Never that, F that, never that. Apparently I've got very nice feet. You're into that sort of thing? $9.99 a month. In my pinky toe. Oosh. See that? Look, through a shuriken after I oofed him. Think you're safe. You ain't safe, bros. When you get oofed in this game, because you don't technically die, one of our armbands comes off and it's almost like a chunk of your body, and it's not. It's just a sort of wooden thing on your arm, but because it's red and you're black and white, it actually looks like they've properly oofed you. Like I say, it's nice combat. There is no violence. Oh, okay. So you can actually hit the shuriken out the air. IQ 5000, we shall do it. Would you say your USP is gaming whilst drinking alcohol? I'd say I started like that, but it's not a thing anymore. MMO Shanuz is all about MMOs, MOBAs, and Souls-like games, survival games.
And Drunken Shanuz is where I go to let loose.
Catch me if you can, boy. Yeah, I'd hate to think that someone would take what I do and simplify it to the fact of, oh, he just drinks and that makes him funny and that's it. It's so much more work than that. You have to have a personality to start with. No one's going to watch someone with no personality, right? I just realised we've got 3 health potions. It takes a long time, but it works. He's only cracked it. If you were, you wouldn't be alive anymore. Oh yeah, you want to come at me like that? I do believe I just punched you in your chin. He's off. Follow me. Okay. Abe's Odyssey, right? I don't know if you're old enough. If you had the PlayStation 1, you got the demo disc off of the magazine, and then you would play the original Abe. Or imagine a child / early teen. Never seen in a single game fart humour. It hadn't been done, as far as I know, up to that point. And then you'd go, follow me. Okay. Just those 3 things straight, and you just keep doing it. Get your mates round and say, I've got the new demo disc, come round. Abe's on it, it's hilarious. They come round, you just go,
hello, follow me.
You didn't save anyone, you didn't do anything, you know, you just kept getting eaten by them dog things. Bro, those old demos were so cool. They were, because like now, right, this is a demo, an early access demo that the company has sent me to test their game. This never existed back in the day, so you would go and you'd buy a magazine and you'd get like 3 or 4 demos on it. 2 of them were normally trash, 2 of them were gold. Something like Destruction Derby, and Abe, right? And then on the flip side, you might get a couple crustier games. But you would get videos for other games. And then you would read the magazine and see what they're saying about the game. And again, they were paid to put those in there. So a lot of shabby games were being recommended to us kids. Exactly. As a teenager, you had to figure out whether these people are lying to me and whether this demo disc representative of the actual full content. Because some of them demos, they would like really, you know, big up their game, and then you'd buy it and you'd be like, oh, now I'm just doing the same thing for the next 20 hours or whatever. Wipeout was one of them. The original Wipeout demo had the theme song from Firestarter. It was super hype because you'd never seen anything like it before in your life. You never played anything like it. Wipeout demo was shared among friends at school. We'd all talk about how fast and how good we were at it. And then you bought the game, and other than having access to 5 other crafts that's slightly handled different, it's still the same game over and over again. Stages weren't that interesting. You fought Bakugawa once? Hoping you'll do it again. So they're not bad guys. They're actually semi-good guys, trying to recruit me as part of their crew.
Unbelievable.
Can't even kill a single frail old lady. Have you seen the muscle tone on my arm? Have you seen my face? I look quite young. Kung Fu fighting. Ha! Ooh, ha.
Let's get it.
Red attacks cannot be countered. Brilliant. Attack him when he gets it stuck in the ground, yeah? Bro, not today. What was that all about? Run off like a poon. Big PB game? I am trying. Progressing, do you know what I mean? We're not being held up. You know, we've played some really good 2D games on this channel in the last sort of, 6 months even. And a big boost in indie games and a big boost in survival games. I can't moan about it at all. I think we're going in the right direction. Right, here we go. So we can now do attack. Oh, finally. Yes, we've finally got an attack, boys. It's going to make it so much easier. Come on, sons. Oh, it's so much better. Where was this at the beginning of the game? Come on. They really make you struggle to learn that counter attack. She really just do the whole, and all their sickles have left around. Play Call the Booty. No, I won't. Will you take your wife? I'm not married. My wife? My wife. If you're talking about Bubs, then yes, Bubs will come for my holiday probably. If I move country for many years, it wouldn't be a decision that I just make off the top of my head. Don't forget, I went to university, I trained to do Photoshop and video editing and all of that good stuff. Even video game design. I can make 3D models, things like 3ds Max, Maya, ZBrush to decorate them. I understand how 3D games are made. I understand the workings of them. Don't just review games from, you know, the Drunken's point of view, which is what somebody said on YouTube. You know, you've got to have a brain out here. People think that you just fall into it or you get lucky. You don't get lucky. You have to put yourself in the right position and then work your nut off to then have the rewards for your efforts. Okay, fine. So he's not even going to test this. Oh, okay, he wants to go to special play. Oh, he's got a friend. Teaming up. Come on, man. That's 2v1. 3v1. Oh, secret technique. New movers. Panic boom! Dash move. I love the fact that once they're stunned, if you just keep hitting them, they don't unstun. So I'm not going to attack him yet. I want to get my full health back. Big damage to your booty. Look how easy this guy was this time. Massive difference from when we didn't have the pink attack. These ones that do the damage because they hit ya with a Shogun. Right, okay, 2 bars health. Let's make it 3. Holy moly. Got another life bar, let's go. Oh, that was perfection. Oh. We did it for Bloodless. That was powerful. That was powerful. I beg you to get the game. Get the demo. Play this. See if you can get as far as me. I challenge you, sons. Take a screenshot. Post it down below in the YouTube comments.
Let me see what you're doing.
Post it on my Discord. Ooh. Seems like my girl's like super distraught by violence. Hang on. I thought I could avoid meaningless deaths. I am sorry. She's sorry, she didn't even do it. They were attacking us. You've just many a time. I wish this game existed 20 years ago. This game would have been really, really awesome. Probably one of the top tier games. But unfortunately, you know, takes, well, essentially 2 decades to come up with such a stylized look as retro. But put it with modern techniques and mechanics. This is a really cool idea, and I think at this point in the game we've seen enough to wrap it up, and my final thoughts are that the game will probably come out at a budget price, more than likely. You've got an awesome publisher behind it, which is 3D Realms. The game itself, if you like the art style and you've seen the gameplay today and you like that type of gameplay, it could be released on Android, cross-platform, across all systems, I would imagine. Not very hard to run. This would be awesome on a Switch. Definitely check it out. Like I say, go over to Steam, stick it in your wish list, wait for it to go on sale if you're not too sure about it. Definitely pick yourself a copy up because you won't regret it. It's got a very challenging but rewarding combat system, and it is like anti-violent, which is awesome. You don't really see that very often. The game actually benefits from the fact that it is not a violent game. Reward me. You don't deserve. Right, motherfuckers, I think we'll leave it there. We've done really well. So again, just shout out to the developer. Thank you very much. If you want to work with me again, definitely shout me out. And, if you leave a like on a video, you want to see some more, 2D action games, them likes are what I go by. I'd like to put another hour or so into each video I release, because I feel like I've got it to a T now and a pattern. I want to evolve my editing skills, and that takes time as well. I don't want to be 50 years old and have content from when I was 25 and not have it out. I want it out there or chuck it. Either way.
It needs to be done.
Thank you guys. You're all awesome. That's enough about me. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. Spend as much time with your loved ones as possible. Look after yourselves. Look after your mum. And I'll see you tomorrow for a bit of multiverses. Stay safe, stay sanitized, and bye-bye.